So take the wheel and drive.
Yo guys, what's up? It's Ability here. So today I'm going to be making a follow-up video to the combo making guide. I got a couple comments on that video asking for a guide on how to level professions, or not professions, maging as quickly as possible. So I can't personally level my Maguses because they're all level 200, but I can still show you what I do to level. So pretty much just get to like level 10 or something on any item. It could be anything Pee-wee. So today I guess we will focus on leveling Shoemaker. I'm just going to pick that one. So let's say we're like about level 10 Shoemaker. Let's see what we have to look at. So I'm actually going to bring up our chart as well for maging. So pretty much you want to look for something. The XP in maging is based off of which rune you use. So if I were to use a single initiative rune, a small initiative rune, I would get very little XP because that's a 1 sync rune. But if I were to use an MP rune, which is, I don't know how to make this little black box go away, so you can't actually see the numbers, but MP rune is 90 sync, and if I were to use that, I would get 90 times more XP than if I used this initiative rune, because it's based off of the sync value of the rune. So in order to level efficiently, you want to find something with a high sync value and a low cost for runes. Oh, there we go, box went away. So to find something with a high sync value and low cost, I kind of did the work for you guys. It's the two runes that you want to focus on are damage right here, because that is 20 sync and that's a cheap rune. So let's actually go back and look at how much these cost so you guys can get an idea of how much you'll have to spend to level. Alright, so damage, and you're gonna want to buy these by the hundreds. So it's 10 KK per 100, and that's 20 sync. So to put that in perspective, so 20 sync, let's compare that to an AP rune, which is 100 sync. So essentially 5 damage runes is the same sync value as an AP rune. So let's say 5 damage runes is worth like 500k. So 500k, and then an AP rune is worth 50kk. So that's 500, and I'm not like 500k. Like that is very, very little. And then the other rune that you want to focus on is Wisdom. Because Wisdom here, where's Wisdom? Wisdom here is 3 sync per Wisdom, so a raw Wisdom, which gives 10 Wisdom, is 30 sync. So raw Wisdom is the rune that you want to look for. So raw Wisdom is 30 KK per 100, so it's worse than damage. Damage is prime, but these you can actually get, so we could buy 9 of these, let's see. So we could actually get 100 raw Wisdom for 24 KK. So it's cheaper than buying these. If you don't know how to do that, I'll just show you guys real quick. So if you're confused by what I just did, you can turn smaller runes into larger runes. So as you see, and it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So 3 wisdom runes can turn into 1 paw wisdom rune. 3 paw wisdom runes can turn into 1 raw wisdom rune. But you can't downgrade, so a raw wisdom can't turn into 3 paw wisdom, and a paw wisdom can't turn into 3 wisdom. So to show you guys what I mean by getting 100 of these for 24 KK, if you watch my comments closely, I'm just going to buy 9 of these, so 900 of these, sorry. I'm just going to keep track down here. So that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I just bought 900 wisdom runes, but obviously I don't want 900 wisdom runes. If we look here, yeah, so 900, so I had 98. And then you go to combine resources on this, and you type in wisdom, and you go to paw wisdom, and you create 300, because wisdom has to go to paw wisdom, and then you go to raw wisdom, and you create 100. So that is how you make 100 raw wisdom runes for cheaper than buying 100 in the market. So I just spent 24 KK doing that, where it was 33 KK. So raw wisdom is 30 sync. Where is it? Here, 30 sync for one raw rune. So that's really good sync values there. So then once you buy, let's see if I have any damage runes, just for the sake of this video. Okay, I do, I have 111. So now, once you get some of those runes, you're going to want to go to whatever market of the mage that you're leveling. So if you're leveling Jewel Magus, go to the Jeweler's Market. For the sake of the video, I'm just choosing Shoe Magus off the top of my head. Okay, so get to level 10 Shoe Magus just on anything, you know, Peewee, any stuff that you have in your inventory, boon set, whatever. And then try and find something with either Wisdom. Prospecting is also okay to level on. It's not great, but it's cheap. So let's see. I'm trying to find something with Wisdom or damage. At lower levels, it's much harder to do that. Summon runes aren't too expensive, so you could just kind of fly through a couple levels just using blue PV sandals. Depends how much you're willing to spend. You could get it cheaper, but that's the quickest way. Probably not the most efficient, but that's definitely pretty fast leveling at low levels. Fire damage, any elemental damage is not the same as just damage. That's one elemental damage is 5 sync, whereas one damage is 20 sync. So you don't want to use elemental damage. It's also pretty expensive. So I guess not much really gives wisdom or damage at low levels. Again, another summon boot. MP. Oh, nice. So here's some. So that's level 19. You could get to level 19. I guess this guide doesn't really cover the early levels, because in the early levels, just, you know, you'll level quickly anyways. Just mage on anything. Mage on pink PV sandals, blue PV sandals, anything that gives a summon, just probably mage on that, because that'll go really quickly and it won't cost you that much. You'll probably get like a level of summon rune almost. So here's something that gives wisdom. Let's see if there's anything around this level that gives damage. Okay, it doesn't look like there is. Crits. Oh, here's one. Nice. Range. Okay, so we're gonna start at level 28. To get to level 28, you know, just mage randomly. It won't take you that long. Just slap some summons on stuff. It'll be easy. So this gives 1 to 2 damage and then 10% power. So 20 KK for these. Okay, I'm just gonna buy it for the sake of the video. Whatever. Rune Market. Alright, Shoe Mage. So let's pretend I'm level 28. Alright, so here we can add a damage right away. And then you could add the percent power runes if you wanted, you know, extra XP. This is actually pretty good to add percent power because it's kind of expensive, but it's also a high amount of sync. Pretty much what we want to try and do though is focus on dropping the damage, because the damage is the good sync value. So we could use other runes to drop this. Like I usually use prospecting, paw prospecting actually, which I don't have, but I usually try and, so this isn't actually dropping it. Let's use a wisdom, raw wiz. Alright, raw wisdom. We're gonna try and get rid of the percent power, add some of this back, and then drop everything, add the damage back. Oops, that didn't work. Drop everything, add the damage back, and you just kind of want to do that over and over. You don't actually care about the percent power because that's kind of an expensive rune. So now let's actually try and get this to perfect stats. Wonder if I can. Oh, whatever, good enough. So let's say we get to like level 50 off that item. If you find an item with wisdom or damage or both, you're going to want to level off that item for like a long time, because I probably should have sold those, whatever. The wisdom and damage, you're not always going to find an item in your level range to use for wisdom and damage, but when you do, you're going to want to use it for like, I would say 10 to 20 levels, depending on how good it is. Okay, so let's say we got like level 50 off of those boots for Shoe Magus. So now we can scroll down, to around level 50 boots. So somewhere around here is where we want to start. So here's one that gives damage. It's only 1 damage though, which isn't that great. If we could find something with damage and wisdom, it would be amazing. There's something that gives wisdom. That's good. Wisdom again. That's good. 3 damage. That's pretty good. So those are actually really good right there. 1 damage. 40 stats. Damage. Nice. So there's actually a lot of things with damage here. 2 to 3 damage. Those are good. 2 damage. Nice. Nothing with wisdom and damage though that I'm seeing. Those are some strange boots. So this, I'm not going to do this throughout the entire thing, but I'll give like another example. I want to find something with damage and wisdom. So I'm not going to go level by level because you guys get what to do. Just find something with either wisdom or damage, and then drop it down to just damage, whatever stat you're using. So on these boots, for example, I would drop everything off of them. I would drop all the power, all the crits, every piece of it, just so it's 0 stats, and then I would use wisdom. So how expensive are these? 50k. So I don't want to buy those for just like the sake of showing you guys. I'll see if there's anything cheap that I will buy just to show you guys like what I mean again. I do want to find something with damage and wisdom though. 4 damage, those are good. Nothing here is given both. We can try the belts, because I haven't looked at those yet. Did these give damage and wisdom? They do. I think these are expensive though. Yeah, whatever, we'll do it anyway. Alright, we're gonna do whatever's cheapest. Okay, we're gonna do these. So, now we got level 44 belt, and we're level 50. What's the level 44 belt? 50 belt. Nice. So it's perfect level. So we go back here, and we just slap this in here. So now our first order of business is we want to drop everything. So we can use, a damage rune to do that. But now that we're kind of stuck, we're just going to kind of slam it with raw wisdoms, and then we'll drop their damage. So we're going to add that stuff back. And now we're just going to keep adding damage runes for a while. We can use a raw wiz here. Now we can use the damage. Alright, so now we're at where we want to be. We have the wisdom, we have the damage. So now we're just going to kind of spam these back and forth. And you can't see it because I'm already level 200, but why is that on my mount XP? You can go to this. So what I just did is on the XP bar down here, you right click, you go to custom gauge, sorry, and then you can do XP for whatever you're leveling. So I can do XP for shoemaker. Oh wait, that's shoemaker. Shoemagus is what I meant. So XP shoemagus, and you can watch yourself level down there, and you can see how heavy the runes are for XP. You can also use paw wisdom if it's cheaper. It just doesn't drop the other stats as much. So you can just get it down to these stats, and then just spam. You're going to be using some runes that don't land, and it's going to cost more commas, but this is a very efficient way to level your Maguses. I leveled all of my Maguses this way, and it went really quickly. So it feels sort of like a waste of runes while you're doing it, but it does pay off. So just keep spamming away at these. It's going to be tons of XP really quickly, not too expensive. And then once you're done with the item, you can crush it. Some people like to crush it. I generally found profit in selling mine. So at the end, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. At the end, I would just get it to good stats, and this is going to give you XP along the way as well, so it's pretty worth it. Just get it to pretty good stats and get some XP. Ooh, that did not work. I can just do this. And we could actually even go for an overmage on this. Yeah, I think we will. So I'm actually just going to make some pod runes real quick by using the tactic that I showed you guys earlier, where I have 600, pod runes. So I'm going to make some paws, make 100 paws, and then I'm going to go back, and we're going to work on this guy again. All right. So now here's an example where there's not a high sync stat to drop, but we just dropped a damage. So it's kind of worth counting that because the damage is 20 sync, 30 pods. I actually don't know that sync value. Pods are 0.25, so it's 30 times 0.25. That's 7.5 sync. So we gotta count it as 8 because it's a decimal. So let's get this back up. So that's 20 minus 8, and then we lost some VIT, but it wasn't enough for 1 sync. So we're at 12 sync right now. So let's see what we can do with that. We can do this. Nice, none of that took that. We still got 12 sync. Okay, so we'll do this. So that was 3 minus 3, 6, 9, 12. Wow, that really didn't work well. Yeah. I didn't count that sync, but whatever. Didn't work anyways. Alright, so I'm just going to try and, get a quick fit over mage on this, and then we'll be done with it. Don't care too much about this item. Bring the strength up a little bit. 12 strength is fine. Just want to maybe get it to like 100. So we dropped a damage there. Let's see if we can get, whatever. That's fine. I could fix the damage, or I could go for more bit. More bit, or do I fix anything? I think we should leave that. Okay, we're gonna leave it. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm always so tempted to, perfect everything. So, you just do that, and you can actually not lose that many commas, or not spend that many commas while leveling this. So you can just do that, all the way up, level by level, just look for new items with wisdom and stuff. And if you can't find one, it's fine using other items. One that I used for smith maging was this sword, actually. It doesn't give wisdom or damage, but it has such high base stats for agility and strength that I could just spam raw agility and raw strengths over and over on top of each other, and they would it was just a really good XP item. So you're not limited to using anything with wisdom and damage. It's just that's the most efficient stat to level off of. So comma wise, and so if you want to level quickly and not spend that many commas, I recommend what I've been showing you guys. But there are other ways. If you just want to level quickly, you don't care how much you spend, go for AEP and MP items. Those are really high sync values. Go for all stats on an item. That'll level you really quickly. But yeah, so now I got to figure out how to sell this. And you can always finish an item with really good stats, and you can come back and sell it, and that's how you make some profit at least off of this. So that's really cheap. I'll just put it up for 100 KK because I don't actually know if people buy those anyways, and I didn't plan on making profit from that. So just go through the ranks. As soon as you level up, try and get an item. I would say don't level off of an item that's 20 levels lower than you, because you're not going to get any XP from that. Try and buy things that are about your level, and if you do that, you'll level really quickly, and then you can use the comma making guide once you hit level 200 and start buying things, maging them up, and then selling them for higher. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out. And if you guys need any more tutorials or anything, or any questions, leave them down below. We'll have new videos out soon. We haven't been having a normal schedule for uploading or anything. We've just been doing things as they come. So enjoy and leave some comments down. Peace.